Lesson 14, here we go. So we're going to look at factorizing algebraic expressions. So this is the other way from expanding. So we're going to be going from expanded form to factored form. Super quick resource checklist. You'll need a calculator. So quick visual cues before we start. The pen symbol means I want you guys. Our goal for this lesson is to revise factorizing simple algebraic expressions. So I want you guys to pay attention to the pattern in factorizing, particularly when we get into difference of two squares, which we will get into a bit later. So factorizing makes terms simpler. There's less writing, so it's a lot easier to explain or interpret that information when it's factorized. We have less information to look at. So when we're simplifying, we want to have the least number of terms in the expression. So quick reminder, only like terms can be added or subtracted together. So 3x and x are like terms, whereas 3x squared and x are not like terms. So when we are factorizing a number or an expression, it means writing it as a product. So 42 could be factorized as 6 times 7, since 42 is the product of 6 and 7. So you want to make a note there that 6 and 7 are factors of 42. So 5x is a factored expression. 5 and x are factors of 5x. So that's pretty intuitive, that makes a lot of sense. So what may be a bit different is that 5 times x plus 2 in brackets is a factored expression. 5 and x plus 2 are factors of 5 times x plus 2. So when we are dealing with factorizing and expanding, like last lesson, we need to look at our factorized form and our expanded form. So factorizing is the opposite of expanding, as I mentioned in the start of this video. So the factored form is on the left and the expanded form is on the right. Can we see on the left there that we have 5 times x plus 2? So it means this is a product. This is two things multiplied together. This is more than just two things multiplied together. We've got multiple, like a bit of stuff going on over here. So this is our factored form and this is our expanded form. To factorize an expression, we need to use the highest common factor. Hopefully you guys remember, the highest common factor is the number that can go into both of those terms. So I'm going to go through how to factorize the following. 5x plus 10. So I need to look at my highest common factor to do that. So we're going to be looking at factorizing this term here. So what we need is something called the highest common factor. So what that means is what number goes into both 5x and 10. Now the highest common factor is 5. So we would write 5x divided by 5, that equals x. 10 divided by 5, that equals 2. So when I factor out 5, do that at the front and a set of brackets, then I write x plus 2. Because 5x divided by 5 is x, 10 divided by 5 is 2. So we can do a quick little check by expanding this using the distributive law. So 5 times x plus 5 times 2, 5x plus 10. So these two things here are equivalent. So that is how we factorize a term like 5x plus 10. That wraps up this lesson. So I want you guys to complete Factorizing Algebraic Expressions worksheet. And keep things simple. If you ended up with more terms than you started with, you've factored in correctly. And it's like with the expanded form, if you go nice and slowly, you will be able to get through these. Now, factorizing can be a bit confusing, but nice and simple lesson, as this is mostly revision for you guys.